Welcome back, everyone. Today we're covering the misconduct hearing of PC Harry Benady Shemilt, which took place on November 25th, 2024. This hearing stems from an incident on April 20th, 2022, in Sutton. PC Benady Shemilt, part of the Safer Transport team, attended an address to conduct an arrest inquiry regarding a male named P. Upon arrival, officers approached a man they believed to be P. After a brief verbal exchange, the officers followed the man to a door and stopped outside the address. The male then knocked on the door and told PC Benady Shemilt that he was actually K and that P was his twin brother inside the address. Despite the man's claim, PC Benady Shemilt disagreed and the situation escalated. The man became verbally abusive. It was then discovered that the man was K, not P, as he had initially stated. During the incident, PC Benady Shemilt deployed PAVA spray on K, despite him not being the individual they were originally seeking. The spray was used after the man allegedly began to physically resist. He was eventually conveyed to custody, but the use of PAVA was questioned.
Hold on a second. Okay, let's play devil's advocate. The guy was a twin, so I get that. So unless the twin was somehow connected to the arrest, that info wouldn't have been readily available to the officers on the scene. But come on, he's a suspect. So detain him and confirm his story. This is where the police, in general, fall down. Watch any interaction with the police and the public, and it becomes very obvious that police don't like grey areas. It's either black or white, and if it's not, they'll nick you and let someone else sort it out after they've taken your freedom away. And does this seem like an issue the police caused? Yet the man was still arrested? Let's imagine the scene. You're K, and you've arrived at your twin's house. The police are there, and even though you tell them who you are, they keep pushing, telling you you're lying and that you're going to get locked up. Maybe it's just me, but you'll have to let me know in the comments. I feel that he was justified in his anger, but yet they still went ahead with arresting him. The guy did take it too far if he got physical. By all means, let the cops know how dumb they are. But we all know by now, you even breathe on a copper too hard, and they're going to get you for assault. But let's see what happened.
PC Benady Shemilt used PAVA spray, claiming that K was resisting physically. This claim was disputed by K, who later stated he was not resisting and that the officers had used the spray prematurely. The panel found the use of force to be excessive, particularly in light of the mistaken identity.
Just in case you aren't aware, let me give you a bit of info about UK law regarding PAVA spray, since it's not a light tool to use. It's supposed to be a last resort, not something used as soon as someone gets a little upset. If you're a member of the public in the UK, it's illegal for you to buy, own, or use these kinds of sprays. And we aren't talking about a slap on the wrist. You basically get the same charge you would if you were caught with a firearm. That's right, something that would get you the same time behind bars as owning a firearm. But the police are allowed to carry and use this spray if they feel threatened, or in some cases, as a method to make a suspect comply. And yes, while there is scrutiny, it always comes down to your word versus the officers on whether it was necessary or not.
After hearing all the evidence, the panel confirmed that both allegations against PC Benady Shemilt were proven: excessive use of force and dishonesty regarding his claims of being kicked. Despite the seriousness of the misconduct, the officer had voluntarily resigned prior to the hearing, meaning no further disciplinary action was necessary. The resignation effectively closed the case.
What? So he lied and K was never physical? Are you kidding me? Let me get this straight. After all of that, the wrongful arrest, the PAVA spray, the lies about the man being physical, this officer just resigns, and that's the end of it. He gets to walk away without facing any real consequences. That's BS of the highest order. When a copper messes up this badly, they shouldn't just be allowed to resign quietly. There should be accountability. This just sends a message to other officers that if you screw up, don't worry. The worst that'll happen is you'll have to move into private security, and us, the public, we're left feeling that the police are just as bent as the criminals they claim to be protecting us from. It's a joke.
The panel did consider PC Benady Shemilt's previous service record and the remorse he showed for his actions. They also took into account the fact that he had resigned voluntarily, meaning the case didn't proceed to dismissal. However, they still found his actions to be serious.
Yeah, But remorse and a good service record don't change the fact that he messed up in a major way. And speaking of the cop's previous service record, I'm going to assume no one on the panel or his superiors even suggested looking back over his previous arrests to double-check if this had happened in the past and was just ignored because the suspect couldn't prove otherwise. No, I'm guessing not. Because, let's be honest, if they started looking and found this was his MO, they'd just have to put in extra effort to cover that up as well.
That's the case of PC Harry Benady Shemilt. The panel found that excessive force was used and dishonesty was proven, but with his resignation, no further disciplinary action was taken. What do you think about this case? Was the officer's resignation enough, or should he have faced harsher consequences for his actions? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Well, I'll end on this. 1. The entire process took over 2 years to reach this conclusion, which leaves me with significant concerns about accountability and the transparency of the system. And 2, he resigned, so no further action, which is just BS. I can't even wrap my head around it. The police force is telling us that even though this cop used PAVA spray and force on K, which, let's just call it what it is, the cop assaulted the man. There's nothing they can do because he quit. I mean, do we really look that stupid? I always thought if I was assaulted, the police were the ones to call because, arrest, then court and prison. But I guess that's not how it works anymore. Anyway, I'm done with this farce. Thanks for watching. And let us know what you think about this case. Was the officer's resignation enough, or should he have faced harsher consequences for his actions? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. Stay informed, stay aware, and remember, accountability matters.